Well, hello, welcome along guys, I'm Tony James, welcome to Let's Get Running. In today's episode, we're going to have a look, what's in my kit bag, part 2, 5 of my essentials. So welcome back guys, this is Let's Get Running, I'm Tony James. Thank you very much indeed for checking out the channel. If this is your first visit here, please do me a big favour, hit the orange button at the bottom and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the bell notification so you'll find out every time we upload new running content. That said, thank you very much indeed for being there. Today we're going to look what's in my kit bag, part 2, 5 of my essentials. So let's get into it. So let's get into this. These are 5 essentials that I carry. You might be completely different. You might carry something else, but these are 5 things that I always make sure are with me or are within the hotel room or are about when we go away to do a run. First of all, I always make sure I've got a bag with me. This one, freebie from Morton. Thank you guys. Always make sure I have a little bag with me just so I can take my jacket off, put it in the bag, leave it in the drop area if I need to do so. If it's one of the colder days, if you don't want to chuck away your jumper or whatever, always have a bag just to leave it in the drop area. Right, that said, these are 5 items that I take with me. You might be completely different, as I say. So let's get into it. Item number 1, and this probably is the cheapest piece of running kit that I own. I think it cost me something like £1.29p, something like that. And it's a bit of 1970s tech that is so useful to have still to this day. A sweatband. Yep, something as simple as a sweatband, get it on the wrist there, and it is just so useful when you're out running these races. First of all, mopping the brow. Fantastic. If you start sweating, you can just take it off there. Also, if you've had a drink of water and it's gone all over your face, because that's what happens when you're running and drinking, again, sweatband, clean your face up brilliantly. But the one thing that I really need to wash, one of the things that I do use this for a lot is if I'm sweating and it gets into my eyes, it starts to sting. But what I can do is just take off the old wristband and get in there and clean the sweat away from the eyes. Absolutely fantastic piece of kit. The cheapest piece of kit you'll ever own. 1970s, low tech, but it is still so useful to have today. And you'll probably notice this one is in orange because I wear a sweatband to my club colours, and you can do that. They're available in hundreds of different colours. So if you're in a club where the club vest is red, get a red one. If your club vest is green, get a green one. Simple as that. So I always have that to match my club vest. So 1970s piece of kit, still one of the most useful pieces of running kit you can have. Get yourself one if you haven't already. Get a sweatband. Essential item number 2 that I generally carry around with me is sun cream. Yes, sun cream. Even in the UK where we only have summer for approximately 48 hours every year. Still need sun cream. Even on the cloudiest of days, you can still get sunburn, especially if you're out running a marathon, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours outside. Sun cream is essential. If you can get the little travel ones as well, they're great to put in your running belt and so you can reapply it as you're going round. But sun cream is definitely an essential. This is only a factor 15. It's the one I found in the cupboard where I've got a factor 50 somewhere upstairs that I need in my running cupboard somewhere. So I need to find that and get that ready for this summer. But make sure you've got plenty of sun cream and make sure you get it on. I know if you go to some of the bigger races like the Great North Run, they do have sun cream available for you. Please make sure you use it because there's nothing worse than running a really good time and burning to a crisp. So I always carry sun cream with me. I suggest that you put that on your essentials list as well. So the third essential item I always carry with me, KT tape. A couple of years ago I slipped whilst out running and did my knee in. It pulled it, twisted it or something. Went to see a physio. He got me back up and running with the right exercises, but he also showed me how to tape my knee up to give it extra support. So since then I always carry some KT tape because you never know when you need it. For me, it really did work at giving that knee extra support, and I generally still put it around my knees when I'm running a marathon because of the distance and the time involved. Half marathons and below, I generally don't wear it anymore, but I'd still put it on for a full marathon. Great for when you're coming back from injury and you just need that extra support. Plenty of makes around. There is the original KT tape, there's rock tape, whichever tape you want to use, that's fine. They do vary in price. This particular one I get from Home Bargains. It's £1.39p for 2.5 metres, and it does me. It sticks on for all day. In fact, I've had this on for 3 days in one particular instance. So it's cheap, it's cheerful, and it does the job. But make sure you've got some KT tape with you, just in case you need to strap anything up. It's a fantastic piece of technology that is really useful, especially if you are coming back from injury. So what else have I got in my kit bag that I generally use all the time? Item number 4, the hat. If you've noticed, I always tend to have a hat on. If it's raining, it's that way round to protect the glasses from from the rain itself. Or if I'm really going for it, I have it that way round, the speeder side, mainly because it acts as a sweat guard as well. So I mentioned earlier on about having the sweatband, but I also use the hat as a head sweatband. It generally does catch a lot of the sweat that's coming down from the head. Wicking material on the running hats, moisture taken to the top and evaporates in the sun, and it also keeps the sun off the top of the head when you don't have as much hair as you used to when you were in your teens. So I always have a hat to protect the head from the sunlight and also to keep the sweat from coming down into my eyes. So yes, I recommend a running hat. You'll always see me at a race with a hat either way round. And finally, the 5th essential thing I have in my kit bag, and you may have seen the pictures of people who haven't use this particular product or something similar to protect themselves during a race. I use nippies. They are little pieces of plastic that you stick on your nipples, gentlemen, and it stops your vest rubbing against you and causing that nipple bleeding. You've probably seen the pictures of the running vest with the blood coming down. Yep. Unprotected nipples and running do not go well if you're running those long distances. There are several ways you can go about protecting yourself. As I say, I use the nippies, which are just, they look like contact lenses basically, and you just stick them on. And they stay on for the whole race, and you have fun taking them off afterwards. But it does protect you, because there's nothing worse than having that nipple rub, having the bleeding nipples, and then getting in the shower afterwards. It is a pain that you do not want to feel, gentlemen. So always protect your nipples. You can use something like nippies, like I do. You can also use the KT tape, break some off, put it over. You can also use plasters or even Vaseline. But gentlemen, please make sure on those longer runs that you protect those nipples, because nipple pain in the shower afterwards is not fun at all. So there you go, just a quick video of 5 essential things that I have in my kit bag. I hope it's given you ideas of what you need to be taking with you to protect yourself whilst you're out running, especially on the long distances and when we get back to running the marathons and half marathons. As I say, just wanted to let you know what's in my kit bag. There's plenty more items in there. We'll go through those in later videos, and also as we get back up to running the races, I'll show you what I'm loading into my kit bag to take as drop bags on the big marathons, etc. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit the like button below. Don't forget you can share this with your friends, and if you haven't done so, please hit subscribe and the bell notification on your way out. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I will see you next time, but till then, let's get running.